Hello, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today I have got a really lovely piece that I call the Glorious Granny. Now, you know if you've been following me for any length of time that I love the granny stitch. And I did find a pattern for a variation, which I did alter. And here we are. I absolutely love this. Now, the name is actually an homage. One of my coworkers, Erica, unfortunately, she lost her grandmother by the name of Gloria. And she was an avid crocheter and an instructor as well. And she liked the granny stitch. So I thought this would be a really nice little homage to Gloria, the glorious granny. So this piece I did using Lion Brand ice cream yarn, which, no, not sponsored, you know this, but I like to share the information. And this is the colorway of Parfait. Absolutely lovely, 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 lovely. And for today's example, I'm going to be using the same kind of yarn, but in the colorway of Cake Batter. Yes. As far as the hook size, typically for this yarn, I would use a size H because it is a weight of 3. However, because you want it to be more compact, if you will, you want it to have a bit more of a tighter form, I used a size smaller. So I used a size 4mm hook, which is a size G. So I would recommend whatever yarn it is that you are using to use a hook size 1 smaller, thereabouts. It depends really on what your gauge is and how tightly you stitch, because I found that using a size bigger, it was a little too open for my tastes. Now, in spite of the fact that this looks really, complex, it's very, very, very similar to the granny with a slight variation, and it is so much fun, and it's got a lovely, lovely ribbed corrugated type texture to it, and it's so much fun. And visually, if you're using a yarn that changes color, you can see it has quite an appeal to it. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, just a quick note before I get started on the first round. I have this much left of the initial skein that I was using with the Parfait, and the piece that I have, it's about 30 inches in each direction. So if you want, a baby-sized blanket, 3 foot by 3 foot, I would say you are going to need more than one skein for if you're using this particular yarn and this particular size hook, which again is a 4mm hook. So with that in mind, I just wanted to get that, cleared away before I started in. Of course, also, you can use whatever yarn you want. I just wanted to let you guys know what it is that I used. This would be also a really great stash buster. If you wanted to change colors like every round or so, that would look awesome by all means. However, as always, I do suggest that if you are going to stash bust, that you use the same weight or preferably the same brand of yarn so that it doesn't buckle all over the place. All right, so let's get into it. So we're going to start with a slip knot, of course, we always do. And the initial form is essentially a granny square. So we're going to start by chaining up 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and then do a slip stitch into that first chain that we did to create a ring, like so. And we're going to work into the center ring, and we're also going to work over the tail as we do our stitches. So I'm going to start by chaining up 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and that's going to count as our first double crochet, and we need 2 more also into this center ring, and that's going to count as our first cluster. There we go. So we've got 2 and 3. Now, I know also that there are variations as to how many chains you put in your corner. For this particular example, I used 2 chains and then continued on with my next cluster. Sometimes I do 3. For this one, I did 2, just so you know. So then 3 more double crochets into the center ring. Like so. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets into that center ring. So if you've done the granny before, you probably know where I'm going, but I like to be thorough, you know that. All right, and then chain 2, and then just 3 more doubles into that center ring. If I get all my plies, there we go. 1 and 2 and 3. All right, so we've got our 4 clusters of 3 separated by chain 2 spaces, and to finish off, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of our first double crochet, just as we normally would for a granny. There we are. And then what we're going to want to do is, so that we can start the next round, slip stitch into the next double, slip stitch into the next double, and there we go, and then slip stitch into the chain 2 space. And there you go. And that is the end of round 1. Okie dokie. So for the second round, it's going to be the same as our typical granny square stitching. So we're going to start by chaining up 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 more double crochets for a total of 3 for our cluster, because that chaining up of 3 counts as our first. So we've got 3 double crochets, chain 2, then 3 more double crochets into that same space. Excuse me. Then chain 1, working our way over this cluster, going into the next chain 2 space with 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. Also, I have come across a really neat way to do a border for this blanket, as well as for grannies in general, which I will show you at the end of this video. So my chain 2, and then 3 more doubles into the chain 2 space. Because I do get a lot of questions about borders. Most of the time I don't use them, but this actually I think would look really pretty. So chain 1, going across this cluster, going into the next chain 2 space with 3 doubles. And 2 and 3, chain 2, 3 more doubles into that same space. Chain 1, going across this cluster, going into the next chain 2 space in the corner with 3 doubles. Chain 2 and 3 more doubles. There we go. Then to finish off the round, chain 1, slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of this first double crochet that we made. And then we just have to slip stitch our way to the corner. So slip stitch into the next double crochet, slip stitch into the next, and slip stitch into the chain 2 space, like so. And that is the end of the second round. From here on in, it's all gravy. We can do it. All right. Alrighty, so for the third round and every other round, it's going to follow suit with just the one round repeat, which is a fabulous thing. So I'm going to start by chaining up 3, 1 and 2 and 3, and then 2 more double crochets to make our first cluster. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets for the second cluster. Okay, so now chain 1, and into the next chain 1 space, we are going to be making a cluster, but with the difference. So after chaining 1, into the chain 1 space, double crochet, and now we have something that I hardly ever do, if ever, with the exception of this project, a double treble crochet stitch. Yes. So what you're going to need to do is wrap the yarn around your hook 3 times instead of just once for a double or twice for a treble. You need 3 wraps, so you have a total of 4 loops on your hook, and it's going to be a double treble front post stitch. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you do this enough, it will become second nature to you. You might want to practice this a bit. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to scoot underneath this middle double crochet of our first round, okay? And if you just hold the yarn like so, and then you can scoot underneath the bar of this double crochet like so. We're not going into the top of the stitch, we're going around the bar for a front post stitch. So then, after you grab the bar like so, you yarn over and pull the yarn through, and then pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So you've got a nice long, tall, proud stitch. And that's what connects it and makes a spike, if you will. And then into that chain 1 space, again, another double crochet. And the reason why this needs to be a double treble is because you need that height, otherwise it would buckle, and that's no good. So that is how we're going to continue on for the rest of this round. So going to chain 1, and then we've reached the corner, so that's 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. So I've got my 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 more doubles, there we are, chain 1, and then we've reached another center space, so double crochet, and then we need a double treble front post, so yarn over 3 times for a total of 4 loops on the hook, and then go underneath the bar of the middle double crochet from the first round, pull the yarn through, and then once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times you're pulling through 2 loops, and then another double crochet into that same chain 1 space. There you go. So the reason why I also suggested using a smaller sized hook is because otherwise you end up seeing the holes from underneath here a little much for my personal preference. You know, with a smaller hook, it's a bit more well hidden. That's why I decided that that would be a bit more preferable. To each their own, whatever works best for you, of course, but that is my personal preference and my personal suggestion to you. So again, from here we chain 1 and then into the corner space, 3 doubles, like so, chain 2, and 3 more doubles. There we are. Chain 1, and we've reached another center space, so going in with a double crochet. Now we need a double treble, so yarn over 3 times, going into the middle double crochet from the cluster down below, pull through 2, pull through 2, through 2, and through 2. And then into that same chain 1 space, another double crochet, and then chain 1. To get to the corner, we need 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 more doubles. And this, I think, would make a really great baby blanket, Afghan throw, what have you. Absolutely lovely, especially with the texture. I think it would make a great baby blanket. So then from here, we need a chain 1, and then into this chain 1 space here, double crochet, yarn over 3 times, going around the post, the middle post, down below, pull the yarn through, then through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, and then into that same chain 1 space, a double crochet. And to finish off the round, chain 1 and slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the bottom into that first double crochet, like so, then slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets, and then into the corner. I'm having issues here. There we go. And then into the corner, do another slip stitch to finish off the round. There we go. So you can see already how things are starting to take shape. All right, and next round is really going to be the same as this round, except we're going to have more of these double trebles. But you know I'm going to do it because I like going through the repetition, because I really want to make sure that you guys understand what it is that I'm doing. So let's keep going. Okie dokie. So for the next round, I'm going to start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more double crochets to complete our first cluster. Chain 2. 3 more double crochets into that same chain 2 space. Also, if any of you are interested in making this into a rectangular piece, you can. You can make as many of these squares as whatever size you want, and then you can do the join as you go method to do more of a patchwork type of piece, and then you can in fact make this into a rectangular piece as opposed to strictly a square piece. Just saying, okay? So then from here, chain 1 and into the next chain 1 space, double crochet, and then we're going to go into this center blue double crochet post. So yarn over 3 times, then going underneath the post of the middle blue one, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, and double crochet into the same chain 1 space. Chain 1 into the next space, double crochet, yarn over 3 times, going underneath the middle post down below, like so. Pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into that same chain 1 space. So we've got another side. Okay, chain 1 into the corner with 3 doubles. Chain 2. Come on. Here we go. And then 3 more doubles. Chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, and then yarn over 3 times, going underneath the post of the middle, double crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2, through 2, and 2. Double crochet into that same chain 1 space. There we go. Chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space. Yarn over 3 times, going around the middle bar of the cluster down below. There we go. Through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, and then double crochet into that same chain 1 space. Chain 1, then in the corner space, 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go around the post of the middle, double crochet down below, through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into that same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the middle bar of the double crochet below, through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, we've reached the corner again, so that's 3 doubles, and then chain 2, and 3 more doubles, there we are, chain 1, into the next chain 1 space, double crochet, yarn over 3 times, going around the center double crochet stitch from down below, Oops, hello. Here we are. Pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2. And then double crochet into that same chain 1 space. Chain 1, double crochet into the next space. Yarn over 3 times. And then down below, go underneath the middle double crochet. Pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, and then double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, and slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of our first double crochet. Slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets, and then slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Ta-da! So you can see where this is going. All right, and just because, yes, I'm going to do another round. Because I'm going to show you how it'll be a lot easier working with some of these stitches, namely this one down here on the following row. I'll show you what I mean. And we shall continue. Okie dokie. All right, so for another repeat, going to start by chaining up 3, 2 more double crochets into the same space, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space, chain 1, into the next space, double crochet, yarn over 3 times, and again we are going to be working underneath the middle double crochet from down below. Now the fun part is coming in a little bit, so pull through 2, through 2, through 2, and through 2, and then double crochet into the same chain 1 space. All right, now what I meant by the fun part is chain 1 into the next chain 1 space, double crochet, yarn over 3 times. Now when you're working into the center stitch here, it's actually a lot easier because it's already pulled out and up a bit. So it makes it a lot easier. And I'll show you what I mean. All you have to do is scoot your hook underneath here. You don't have to pull it out. It's already pulled out. So just put your hook underneath here and then grab and then pull through 2, through 2, through 2, and through 2. So the hard part is really over, at least with those stitches. The only tricky part from here on in is when you're still working within the corners. You still have to pull out your stitches a little bit. So to finish off this cluster, double crochet into that same chain 1 space, chain 1, into the next chain 1 space, double crochet, yarn over 3 times, and then going in down below, there we go, through that middle double crochet, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, into the chain 2 space, 3 doubles, chain 2, and 3 doubles, chain 1, into the next chain 1 space, double crochet, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the middle double crochet bar, pull up that loop, then through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, then a double crochet into that same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, and then just scoot right underneath the bar, nice and open, very convenient, and then pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the middle double crochet bar from below, pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, then into the corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the middle bar of the cluster below, pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the bar from down below, pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the bar of the middle double crochet down below, pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, and we've reached our corner again. So that will be into that corner space 3 doubles, chain 2 and 3 doubles, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go down below through underneath that double crochet post, pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the bar from down below, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2, double crochet into the same chain 1 space, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain 1 space, yarn over 3 times, go underneath the middle double crochet bar down below, pull up a loop, pull through 2, through 2, through 2, through 2. Then double crochet into that same chain 1 space, chain 1, and then to finish off the round, slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of the first double crochet that we did, slip stitch into the next 2 double crochets, and slip stitch into the middle chain 2 space. Voila! So you can see that we already have a really neat texture going on pretty quickly and pretty easily, and I love it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can do a really simple, easy, lovely shell border around your square. All right, okie dokie. Alrighty, so when your blanket is as big as you want it to be, I have come across a way of doing a really easy border that I wanted to show you. So you're going to start by chaining up 3 in the corner. 1, 2, 3 for your first double crochet. And then we need another 2 more double crochets into that same corner. Total of 3. All right, then do a single crochet into the center, the top of the center double crochet. So do a single crochet, then into the chain 1 space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the middle double crochet. Well, this is a double treble, but if you just do a single crochet into the top of that stitch, like so, then 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, then single crochet into the middle of the next cluster, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, single crochet into the middle stitch of the next cluster, 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space, and single crochet into the center double crochet of this next cluster. So you're just working your way along, creating a very dainty little shell stitch along the edge. Now in the corner, we need to compensate. So we have, typically, it's going to be 3 and 3 plus an additional 2, right? So going in with 1, 2, 3, and then it would be another 3 double crochets, right? So 1, 2, 3. So that accommodates for our 6 double crochets. However, there's also a chain 2 space typically, right? So 1 and 2. Now that should do it, but for the sake of growth, I would add 1 more. So it'd be a total of, was it 6, 7, 8? 8 total double crochets within the corner. And then going into the middle double crochet with a single crochet, and that gives it a really nice rounded appearance with 8 double crochets. And that way you also won't have any buckling or puckering going on, which is no fun, I know. And then, so after doing your single crochet in the center there, going into the next chain 1 space with 3 doubles, single crochet into the center stitch, 3 doubles into the next space, single crochet into the center stitch, 3 doubles into the next space, single crochet into the center stitch, 3 doubles into the next space. Now, of course, there are a million variations of borders, but this one I thought was rather cute. And I just wanted to show you guys because I know I'm not notorious for showing borders, so I wanted to make a change this time. So then single crochet into the center stitch, and then into the chain 2 space, 8 doubles. Or was it 9? I think, no, I'm sorry. I think I misspoke because it was 3, 3 plus the 2, and then 1. So actually it is 9. Excuse me. My bad. I do renege. So total of 9 doubles. I said 8 because it was our original 3 and 3, the chain 2 space, and then 1 to grow on. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I wouldn't say that it's 100% crucial, just so long as it ultimately does not buckle or warp on you and it looks nice. Okay? It's not rocket science, but it helps. So then doing a single into the middle stitch of the cluster below, 3 doubles into the next space, there we go. I'm getting caught here, sorry. Single crochet into the middle of the cluster below, 3 doubles into the next chain 1 space, single crochet into the center stitch from the cluster below, 3 doubles into the next chain 1 space, single crochet into the center stitch below, 3 doubles into the next chain 1 space, single crochet into the center stitch below, and then 9 doubles into the corner space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, single crochet into the center stitch below, and we're very close. Just going to put some more yarn and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I'm going to do my 3 doubles into the next chain 1 space, single into the middle of below, 3 doubles into the next space. Also, of course, what I was saying before about doing a rectangular piece by joining various squares together, you would do the border after you join all of your squares together, okay? You wouldn't do the border on each square and then try to join them together. That would not work because you need these chain one spaces in order to do the join as you go method, if that's what you're going for. So again, just a little FYI, because I know that a lot of you would prefer rectangular shapes as opposed to square shapes, which I get that, you know. So any which way that I can try to help, that's my thing. All right, and we are almost there. All right, and then last but not least, we need to do a single crochet into the middle double down below to lock that in place. And then, so we had, it was 3 doubles, so we need an additional 6, and then we need to join it. So going right in with 1, 2, 3, getting caught here, sorry. I've got 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, then slip stitch to the top 3rd chain of your first double crochet with a slip stitch like so. And also what you can do is sort of pull out that first double crochet a little bit better. And there you go. You can, of course, also alter what I did by perhaps doing more double crochets initially for your border, but you get the general idea. At least I hope you do. And the best part is that it does not buckle. You know, it's nice and even, and that's one of the reasons why I typically don't do borders, is because if the count is even remotely off, it takes a finished piece and, you know, kind of mangles it. But this, I think, is really quite nice, and I hope you like it too. So that is how you do the glorious granny, and how glorious it is. So listen, I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun and absolutely love the different effects of the colors, as you can see with other yarns as well. Absolutely love this piece. I hope you like it too. If you do, show your support and give a little thumbs up button down below. And as I said before, this is for Gloria. I hope that you like it. And so listen, until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and above all, stay stitching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.